In this video, I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks that you can use to manage a virtual assistant or virtual assistant team for your Amazon business. I personally run a 7-figure Amazon business, and I work with a team of virtual assistants that does almost all of the work on the actual Amazon store for me. But obviously, I've had to train them and build some systems for our team to be able to take advantage. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down some of the amazing SellerAmp features that you want to be using for your virtual assistant team that will speed your entire organization up. And if this is your first video, my name is Warner from SellerAmp, and it's our goal with this channel to equip you with the tools and the knowledge that you need to go out and crush selling on Amazon. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into the computer. So the first thing that I do anytime I onboard a new virtual assistant to my team, especially if they are a product sourcing virtual assistant, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the back end of SellerAmp. If you don't already have a SellerAmp subscription, make sure you go ahead and get a free trial down below. But with SellerAmp right here, one of the features that you can do with SellerAmp is the Google Sheets function right here. And so as you can see in the back end here, I've gone ahead and configured, let's say you just hired a new virtual assistant and his name is Mike. I've gone ahead and configured all of the kind of fields in this case for it to go ahead and publish all of this information directly to a Google Sheet. So let me just go ahead and show you what that means. So, I've got my Google Sheet picked up here. Let's say I just found this pair of shoes here for $40. Looks pretty profitable, right? So I would want to go ahead and store this information on my Google Sheet, especially if you have a team of virtual assistants. This saves them a ton of time rather than having to copy paste the title, copy paste all this different information that you probably are going to want. And this is honestly a pretty simplified version of some of the stuff you might want on your Google Sheets. So it can save you a ton of time. So I'll just go in here, click, let's say your virtual assistant's name is Mike. My personal virtual assistant team, a lot of the time, they're just going to have, some names laid out here. They're just going to click their own name. It's going to send that directly to kind of their own Google Sheet here. So right away here, you can see that this item was sent, line 16. Here we got this, Nike men's shoe. You can just go ahead and say, we're buying it from Nike, throw in your store URL there, and you're all good to go. So that's one very small feature. I know a lot of you guys are already taking advantage of this feature. So I kind of want to take this a step further and show you something that I do with my personal virtual assistant team. So what I would recommend is setting up something like this where you say, approved. So say approved right there. And then in this box right here, you're going to be able to say yes or no, all that kind of stuff. And then I'd also recommend adding a why and then why not column here. So anytime they're adding a lead to their sheet, all they have to do is click that Google button, fill in any other information that, you can't do with SellerAmp. So just like the store name, it's not going to grab that information from, come up somehow with how you're able to source it. It's going to have to be input manually there. And then once you come in here and start reviewing these virtual assistants leads, hopefully they're all good and you hired the best virtual assistant in the world, but a lot of times there's going to be a little bit of feedback you might want to put in here. So what I would recommend doing on this column right here to kind of take this a step further when you are looking through these leads, I personally wouldn't, want my own virtual assistants to be able to go back and change what's approved and what's not, especially if you're going to have any kind of tracking in your back end where a certain virtual assistant is going to be able to claim a product and get bonuses and all that kind of stuff. So what I do is I go in here and click view more column actions and then protect range. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and set permissions so that only I can edit this, right? So go ahead and save that there. And then that way, if you're ever saving this Google Sheet with a virtual assistant here, they're not going to be able to change this. So, moving forward, there's not going to be any, funny business, anything like that going on. So I would recommend setting something like that up. You can also get way fancier with these Google Sheets here, but I want to go ahead and show you another useful feature if you do have a virtual assistant team, and that's going to be the history tab here. So a couple different things that are very useful about this. Number one, you can just search the history for, any products you found in the past. So, very simply, if you're just looking at Nike products or you're looking for a certain brand, you can go ahead and search through SellerAmp for that. So now we've got it all loaded up here and we can see all of the, the Nike products we looked at. We can also see the exact dates that we looked at each one of these products. And so something that I think is very, very useful. So for this example, let's say there was a really good sale on Puma shoes or something like that. And you want to see how many Puma products did we really look at? Or is my team kind of ignoring my suggestions? Are they looking at enough products? From sale to sale, are they looking at a lot compared to the other ones? So also if I move myself there, you can see it's going to show you how many items you've looked at total. So you can see on this, my demo account here, I've looked at, about 120 products that are Puma on my demo account here. And something that you can really take advantage of on something like this is being able to track how many products your virtual assistants are looking at. Now, it's not necessarily like the best metric, like, the virtual assistant who looks at the most products isn't always going to be the most profitable for you. But if you're concerned with how someone is performing, you can very easily tell if they might be pulling those items from a leads list or they're trying to share leads with other virtual assistants, that kind of stuff. If you jump on here and they're only looking at like 20 products every day and they're all profitable miraculously, your virtual assistant might be trying to pull a little bit of fast one on you there. there. So if you're ever a little bit concerned about that kind of stuff, you know, they're adding a lot of leads and the prices are tanking, or you're seeing a lot of new sellers or a lot of the same sellers hopping on some of these listings, it can be a good idea to set them up on either their own separate SellerAmp account so you can track exactly how much, you know, these items are moving by day, or just specifically tasking them with looking through a certain sale and then seeing how many of those items they really look through that day. So that's something that I really like to take advantage of. SellerAmp is also pretty cheap. So if you do, you know, want to set up each one of your virtual assistants on their own account so you can see how many different products they're looking at, that would probably make sense, especially if you're kind of, you know, at scale where, you know, that $20 a month really isn't too much for you. But either way, definitely take advantage of kind of the history charts here. Another thing that my team doesn't personally take advantage of, but could definitely be of use for you, is the notes and tags feature down here. So we'll pretty much just add most things to Google Sheets, but let's say you want to start running catalog of all your profitable stuff. So all you have to do is jump into SellerAmp and click the star icon. Anytime one of your virtual assistants has an approved lead, or maybe even when you go in and review the lead and approve it yourself, you can go ahead and add a little star to the product. So that way, anytime you go in here and click the starred icon there and then search, it's only going to show you all the items that you've favorited in the past. So you can see there's some examples I've pulled up in previous videos here. And on top of taking advantage of the star function there, you can also just add a note. So let's say, again, let's say your virtual assistant's name is Mike. They could add their name in there. You could also start adding notes like, you know, type Christmas. So maybe this item isn't perfect right now, but if you have Christmas logged here and you end up searching Christmas in the search bar, that item will go ahead and show up. So another one of the features that I use all the time for my team is the fact that SellerAmp is cloud-based, right? So it's going to store pretty much everything that you're punching in on your backend account here. So this item right here is something that I think we looked at in a past video, doing some product sourcing, something like that. And apparently we found it for $13 because anytime I open this item up again, you know, I can even refresh the page and show you that past cost is going to be stored in this box. So first thing I will say here is if there's a cost plugged in, especially if you have virtual assistants, it means that somebody has recently looked at this item or has looked at it, you know, sometime in the past. And if you want a more specific idea of when they were looking at that product, you can go down to look up details here. And then that's also going to show you the cost that they plugged in, what day it was, what the sale price was, and what your source price was at the time. So, you know, here I even plugged in kind of the URL. So maybe I'm stumbled across back on this product. Looks like we looked at this product a month ago. So here in this case, looks like we looked at this product back in May and I saved the URL right here. So all I would have to do here is just go ahead and kind of copy that, open it up in a new tab, and there you go. All of the source is going to be completely stored for you. So you can definitely take advantage of that feature right there. And that also saves me a lot of time because I have a good amount of virtual assistants doing product sourcing on my team. So if I ever scroll down or I'm jumping onto a listing and I see that the price is way more expensive than would be profitable, I can just kind of quickly scroll to look up details. You know, in this case, if we found it today for a price that's not necessarily super profitable, I wouldn't really dig super deep to see if it might be profitable or not because my team already looked into that product for me. So that's one of those other things that kind of helps you avoid doubling up on work, is just kind of taking advantage of that information being stored and looking at the lookup details there. So I really hope you guys got a ton of value out of this video. If you don't already have SellerAmp and want to grow your virtual assistant with those features that are in SellerAmp, make sure you go ahead and activate a 2-week free trial of SellerAmp down below. Let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that. Drop those down below. We're always happy to get back to you guys on that. Really appreciate you guys checking out this video, and I will see you in the next one.